To continue in regards to the question about how you came up with your greatest successful ideas, what are like three most important actions that you took at the beginning of Real Man Real Style that made you get those little victories and reach where you are now?
Yeah, so first off, it's like one of them is I have a great relationship with my wife. I think because I prioritize her. So, there was a time period I think I was prioritizing my business ahead of my wife. So if you're showing up late to dinner, but you're making every appointment on time with business associates, what are you doing? Like, I mean, you're treating the person that's most important in your life besides yourself like as and we do that oftentimes. The people we love the most and care most about, we oftentimes treat the worst. Are you there? So it's like I started scheduling and made sure that like being home for dinner, making sure that like I have time for her. Like we've got date nights scheduled. We don't always keep it, but we try. It's scheduled in my calendar. Like my son's football practice is scheduled. My daughter's, it's like ice skating is scheduled, when I got to be there and to treat that just as I would a meeting with people on my team, I think was a very early victory that I'm not perfect with it, but having it there, it's like, boom, I need to wrap things up. Sorry, I got to close this meeting because I gotta go talk to my son. It's like, or spend time with my daughters or meet my wife for a date. So that was like really, really important. And I stress this so much because if your home life is screwed up, it's going to bring over here to your business. And if your business life is screwed up, you're going to take it over to your home. And you've got to really, they do affect each other. So the second thing, like a more business oriented, is that I kind of got out. I realized that I got out of my own way in my business, and I really did focus in on, okay, like what's working, what's not. Initially, I had another company called A Tailored Suit, which went into bankruptcy and failed. That was my clothier. I ended up shutting that one down, and I think I realized that the success I was having there, even though we were getting sales, we weren't making a profit. And it sounds like obvious, but sometimes you just got to like cut something off and focus on what wins. What was winning with The Tailored Suit and now wins with Real Men Real Style is I'm pretty good at content creation. So we became really a content creation business. Real Men Real Style came about because I tried to create a marketing arm for my clothier because I couldn't afford to pay for marketing. And then from Real Men Real Style, again, I looked at what worked. And one of the things that worked is that, we were able to get a lot of leads. I had a lot of relationships. And from that, I created Menfluential, both the conference Menfluential and my media company Menfluential, both of which are very successful. And in some ways more successful even than Real Men Real Style. So those came out of, again, looking at where you're having a win and facing the reality that even though I want this to succeed, it's not doing it. So going with what works there.
Nice. And just real quick, so people understand, Menfluential is your conference, right? That you do once a year, I believe?
Yeah, well, Menfluential, I have Menfluential Media, Menfluential Conference. Menfluential Conference used to be called StyleCon, but we changed the name because I feel that, it was more of men's lifestyle. And the business partners I have on the conference are pretty much the same business partners I have in my media company. So even though they're separate entities at this point still, it is something that, we decided to kind of brand the conference to the media company.
Nice. When's the next one? Just so if people are interested in joining you and other men out there.
Yeah, they just type in Menfluential Conference. It'll pop up right there in Google.
You can find it. Nice. Great. Thanks for that. Hey man, I hope you got all the information out that you were looking for. If so, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you hit the bell, then every time we come out with a new video, you will be informed. For now, thanks for listening, and I hope to see you soon.